evening, sir.
Good evening.
Evening, sir.
Good evening, Taranya. Good evening, Yalini.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Nikita, Hafifa, and Hafsa out there.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Hafifa. Fabulous. I believe Kanchana and as well as Bhumika. I'm sure Reshvi will just have a quick check with them. Hopefully, they're not joining. Oh, okay. Right. So, what happened with Bhumika? Kanchana is at her native place. Okay. Right. Okay, Rashmi. Thank you very much for the information. So we've got four of us. Great. Okay, so what's the task for today? How was your day and all? Had a good day? Sharanya looks very fresh. On the other hand, Nikita looks all tired, exhausted, right? And Yalini is like as every day, right? So no change. And we don't know how Hafifa and Hafsa are because we can't see them. Brilliant. So Hafifa and Hafsa, I believe are you aware of what we are doing every day? If not, be in touch with one of the participants or with Rashmi and ensure you are abreast with what's happening in the class. That's very important because we will be having assignments this week, as I said the other day, right? So assessment rather. So the assessment will happen on Saturday. So one would be on the DTouch portal, which will happen. And another thing is that we will be also doing our listening and speaking, which we have been doing on a regular basis on Friday. So that is something which we could do. So let me give you a kind of a brief about what we would do in the assessment. So assessment will have two comprehension passages. As of now, that's what I have thought about. So one comprehension passage will have, the comprehension passage will itself have blanks. And each blank will say 1, next blank will say 2, 3, likewise 10. Now, these blanks are a form of the sentence and they are as a blank. Now, multiple choice options will be given to you below. So you have to choose the correct one, right? So that is something would be one exercise. Another exercise would be another comprehension where there won't be any blanks, but you would have what do you call the choices given, like you are doing at English at 8. So these are pretty simple, and I'm sure you will be able to do that. Won't take much of your time, but 201, it will be slightly on the scale will be different than the 101. 101 will get a different comprehension. You will get a different comprehension, but I'm sure you will get 100 or 100 because that is something which I have faith in all your abilities, right? So that is something because we can see that is there. So that is one. Then other than that is that keep abreast with your this words as well, because I've been giving a lot of these words. So what we will do is that we will give you a few words where you need to make sentence of these words and also explain the meaning of the word. For example, it could be unprecedented. So what does unprecedented mean? So you give the meaning and make a sentence of that one. So that you have already made quite a bit of that. I would have made a bit of correction here and there. So hopefully you will write the corrected one there. So if I have made any correction, so this would be another task. So we would keep this one this simple. This would happen on Saturday. And other than that, what will happen on Friday is that Friday there would be a free speech, which would be one assessment, which we will do. So what we are going to assess, we will be assessing, I think you have done 2 free speeches, I believe. Have you done 1 or 2? 2 you have done. Okay, 2 you have done. One you have done for the Women's Day, today's women, and another one, is it smartphone?
About pandemic.
About the pandemic.
Before and after the pandemic.
Okay, before and after the pandemic. So what we could do is that one could be the Women's Day, another could be the pandemic. So I'll give you a choice to choose one of them, and so you can. What you can do is that speak on that, right? Speak well, speak whatever you can do. Hopefully, you'll have someone from DTouch team coming in, so they would be a part of this assessment. But whoever come, right? Even let our PM, Mr. Modi, even he comes. You should be all on your all in your zone when you're doing that. So that is which I would like to say, because that is whoever come, it will be your skill, right? What are you going to talk? And that I don't have to tell you that. But if they come, hopefully they will be free. If they come, great. So if they come, they will be logged in and they won't say much, and you might have a kind of an intro with them, and then they might like to talk to you, right? So that could be something. But apart from that, they are there and just listening to you. So so you would do what you do your best. So that is something which you would be doing. Okay, brilliant. So so I'm sure every day we have an activity. And what's the activity for today? What was given?
Free speech on smartphone.
Oh, okay. Smartphone was for today. So we got 3 topics now. So okay, free speech for a smartphone. So let's start with Hafifa. Hafifa?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. You know the topic.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yours. Get it ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant.
Okay. So smartphone. Smartphone is like where you get everything, all the facilities you want to do. Nowadays, with the improvement of technologies, advanced technology, the smartphones have become very essential component of our life. Without that, we cannot live. It has become like that only. We are living in such an environment where we cannot live without mobile, without smartphone. In our day-to-day routine, we use our mobile phone at least for once. We have to agree that to call someone or to text someone or to inform something to someone or to mail someone, for anything we need mobile for that. And it is in our hand how to use the mobile, how to make best use of the mobile, how to utilize that mobile phone. There is a proverb saying in Kannada that Atyadare Amrita Visha. I hope you understood the meaning of that, sir.
Yes, I did.
So there should be limit. There should be limit for everything. And if we do not nowadays, kids don't even sleep without phone, and don't even take their food without listening to some music, jingle bell, all those kinds. Even mothers have got adapted to that change. Using the mobile only, they can feed their children, they can feed their kids. Otherwise, they cannot. They will not. Their kids will not listen to them. Like that. We are in such an era. So, but we do not. We don't want to give the mobile phone to our kids. Why? Because they may get addicted to that phone. But what about us? We are not a kid, but we still get addicted to the mobile phone. Kids, they are not matured and they don't know what is good, what is not bad, what is best for them, what is not good for them. They don't know. They cannot decide themselves. But what about us? We are matured enough to understand what is best for us, what is good for us. We are in the stage where we can decide ourselves what is good for us, what is good for our life. And still, if we are still keep on using the mobile excessively, then believe me, it is a what you say, disaster only. There should be a limit there should be a limit for using anything. It's not only about smartphones. And yeah, there are lots of advantages uh, in smartphones, using smartphones, and we should know what is that. There are two ways. Either we can choose the best way or we can go with the wrong way. It is in our hand to use the mobile phone to make our life best. So this is we can say that it is one man can gift to us. Yeah, I do agree that in this such an environment with the rapid growing what is that, technology, we cannot live without cell phone. We cannot live without smartphone. It is essential. Yeah, that I agree. But what we have to do is we shouldn't get too much uh, addicted to that. That's it. Yeah. With this, I would like to end my speech. Thank you. Thank you for everyone to listen to me.
Okay, thank you everyone to listen. Thank you everyone listening. Okay, brilliant, Hafifa. I think you spontaneously did, right? Were you talking on your own, right? You didn't have any notes and all. You were
Yeah,
talking.
actually, yeah. No.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can make it out. Brilliant, fabulous one. And so what Hafifa also did is that she played the devil, and she also spoke for the smartphone and against smartphone. So she did that very beautifully, right? So it was like kind of a debate which we are listening for and against, and she went in length. And the kids thing, I agree, because today's kids are like, for eating food, for sleeping, for everything they need smartphone. The moment they wake up, they go and take the phone and they are on their own. So that is there. So brilliant. So I'll not go more into deep because I'm sure you will have a lot of other points to share. So that was well done, Hafifa. So brilliant. And so this is
Thank
precisely
you, sir.
one of this topic. You can do it on Friday as well. So now I call upon Sharanya now.
Hi, sir. I agree with what Afifa told. Like, I would like to start my speech by saying a sentence that the smartphone revolution is underhyped actually. More people have access to phones than access to running water. I know everyone will say that for and against smartphone. I like to say what is my thought in my life. Smartphone, the role of smartphone in my life. Okay, so I got my first smartphone at the age of 19. I always thought it would have been better if I got smartphone when I was at school, because that was the age where I struggled understanding the concepts or mathematics problems. So now it's when we see there are numerous ways to understand the concept, easy ways to understand the concept in the you say fingertips. Like so, I was always thinking about that. But sometimes I think not having a smartphone was better, because smartphones at that age, like I would have easily got disturbed with smartphone games. So not having a smartphone helped me a lot in enjoying my childhood days by playing outdoor games and all. So yeah, rather than playing in smartphone, playing outside with friends was way more better, which helped me creating lots of childhood memories and all. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Br- okay, brilliant, Sharanya, fabulous. Uh, you were talking with a lot of excitement, I can see, right? So you got into this one, and yes, there are pros and cons which you mentioned. Good, right? I would also say, Sharanya, do some practice on your own as well, because you are a very good speaker. In the sense, like, you have good command over the language and all, because the way you're talking, a bit of practice, then you'll get a kind of a flow. So it looks soft, it looks smooth, and it look even elegant, right? I'm not saying it was not elegant, even look better. And bit of maybe is this have you done free speech ever before in your life? Right, so this is where you are doing, right? So I believe me, you will keep getting better, because this is the only way how the speaking thing comes into, right? So you already doing, so bit of relaxation, and then the thought process will happen. So you did well. These are just the tip, so you may not use that for the Friday as well, but you can use it for future. So think a little bit of practice, right? And in terms like how you can talk slow, soft, smooth, elegantly. These are the things which is very capable, which you will be able to do that. That's what I feel. You did very well, Sharanya. Fantastic, right? So we go to whom shall we call? So we call Yalini from.
Good evening, guys. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Smartphones. Home is where the heart is, but today the phone is where the heart is.
Wow.
In the earlier days, pigeons were used to send the messages, and at the time of war, it was used to exchange the messages. And then that portal system, like postal system, has been introduced, and the postman will deliver the messages which was sent by our relatives or our friends. It will be delivered in our doorstep, and then the telephone was the beginning stage, and then the telephone was introduced, and then we communicate with our friends and relatives inside our home. We just connected from where we are, and then the rockstar arrives, like an advent of mobile phone arrives, and then the wireless system has been introduced. So then from that the smartphone has been evaluated. So the smartphone, the biggest advantage of smartphone is the features which it has. Like it has advanced technologies. It has like it has many features, like we can use the internet, and we can use even the internet plays like the heartbeat role. If the internet goes down, the people will be like they will also get down. And that the futures, like the applications, the entertainment, everything becomes a huge advantage, where markets are started to adopt this super like smartphones. And then people were like they needed something instant, they need to be flexible, and they need to be efficient. So the smartphone also gives the future like flexibility. It gives the instant solution. It can be also said like one-stop solution. Like if we click, we can buy it anything. If we order a food, we'll buy it anything we want. Even for a doctor consultation, if we need to consult a doctor, we can even connect it through the internet. If we have a smartphone, we can connect it through a doctor, and then we get instant solutions. So the smartphone becomes it becomes like it has been evaluated. And during the lockdown, the smartphone sales rate was equivalent to the sanitizers. Like how people were rushed to buy the hand sanitizers, also the people were rushed to buy smartphones to stay connected, to learn something. For the online classes, parents were rushed to buy smartphones for their children. It becomes like basic need of a life nowadays. So I would like to end up with, however, it is just a new way of life, and still the possibilities are immense and perhaps beyond our imagination today. Thank you.
Fabulous, yeah, fantastic, very, very nice, well thought out, started really well, end really well. So these are the important things which is so important, which I discussed in other class as well. So, and also you add a lot of, what do you call, stuffs which happened in the recent past, and also that was like close to the reality part and all. So this done very nicely, Yalini. Fabulous work. Okay.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Yes. So last but not the least, we go to Nikita now. Nikita, all yours.
Yeah, good evening all. So I would like to ask question. This is open to anyone. Just imagine when you wake up tomorrow and miraculously your smartphone vanishes. What will be your first step? Anyone can
I
answer.
will be so happy.
She will be happy.
Okay.
I will definitely look for my smartphone where it has vanished. What would Yalini do?
My heartbeat will skip for a minute.
Absolutely.
Fortunately, I don't even have a smartphone with me.
You don't have a smartphone?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so no problem with me.
That's good. So you're different than the rest of the world, I believe.
Yeah. Actually, I can live without phone.
Okay, you can live without phone. Yes, no doubt about that. We believe you. You are living without smartphone. So do you have a normal phone as well?
No.
Okay, you don't have a phone at all. Okay, Hafiza, thank you very much. So we have answered your question, Nikita. Back to you.
Yeah, the purpose of asking this question was simply to like show the importance of smartphone. Apart from Afifa, she is exceptional.
Yeah.
Yeah, so smartphone has replaced everything. Like initially, there were letters. Now also there are, but still, people more use it for emails, and whatever they can communicate through WhatsApp and other apps. There are various apps, so that is one advantage. And the most famous app, that is Google. You get each and every information on your fingertips, and this is possible if you have a smartphone. Laptops are there, but still, smartphone is easily available, and also like you can carry it everywhere. And yeah, apart from that, you can book movie tickets, or you can book traveling tickets. You can do it by sitting at your home only. Then yeah, another thing about smartphone which you can use it for digital marketing, I would like to say, that is for online shops. You can set up, you can start a business through your mobile phones, which is mostly followed by people nowadays. Then yeah, there are lots of advantages. I have listed just few. To list out the disadvantages, I would like to say it is like a constant expense for us. Like monthly, we have to recharge. Yeah. Then yeah, no privacy. I would like to say photos and our personal photos, they may not be safe. So no privacy. And then there may be spam messages, spam calls, by which people will get disturbed. And then they can even cause accidents, because nowadays students will be so busy in their mobile smartphones or mobile phones that they won't even look while crossing the roads. So this can lead to deaths also. So I would like to say that if you use it as if you use your smartphone properly, then it is beneficial for you. If not, if it is not beneficial. Thank you.
Okay. So what she said is that it's up to you whether it's beneficial or not. Okay, brilliantly done, Nikita. Fabulous one. Started when she started. No, she started asking questions. So it reminded me of one free speech. I was doing it in Chandigarh. It was in a kind of an finishing school where one boy, what he did is that he was so smart. So his free speech was for 2-3 minutes. He started asking questions to everyone.